If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
So I just left the house to go pick up my kids, and 10 minutes later, I got a motion alert from Ring. My alarm was going off. I opened up my app, and there's this guy running out the front door. I didn't know who he was. Before I could do anything, I got a call from Ring.
This is Jordan with Ring Alarm Monitoring. I'll send the police right over.
My name's Nadine, and Ring helped save my house from a break-in.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/safety. That's ring.com/safety.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today we toast an unidentified police officer in Douglas County, Georgia. Now, she went to a home to deliver civil papers, whatever that means, but due to the number of houses that she visits daily, they say she routinely leaves her vehicle's door open because she's had to retreat from a number of various vicious dogs. I can only guess the area she's in, but we all get a sense. But on this day, when she returned to her car, someone was inside of the car trying to snatch the paperwork out of it. So naturally, the officer tried to wrestle the papers away, but the suspect headbutted her, knocked her to the ground. The suspect was recorded on body cam, but wasn't arrested. And a lot of people immediately said, look, man, we know the cops are going through the thing right now. There's a lot of civil unrest, but still, if someone headbutts you and knocks you to the ground while trying to steal papers out of your cop car, you need to arrest them. But she did not arrest them because the suspect was a goat. She walked to her car. This goat's in there eating the paperwork, all right? So she goes and tries to shoo this thing away. It turns around, looks at her, headbutts her ass, which knocks her to the ground, and then takes off.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, goats are
Tom
vicious.
Brady. Yeah. It's Tom Brady.
Yeah. It was Tom Brady.
Yeah, goat.
It was Jordan.
Greatest of all time.
Actually,
Michael Jordan, headbutted the cop.
It's the original goat. It was LL Cool J.
Oh, right. Yes. LL Cool J, you heard it here first. Headbutted a cop in Georgia and got away with it.
Georgia.
She got headbutted. So we drink to this officer. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. All right, Tommy boy. You understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. As always, your choice of one of three stories. We have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up inside of someone.
Go with interior decorating.
All right. This is my jam now.
Yeah. Interior decorating it is. The stylings of one Eddie Murphy with the great song with Boogie in Your Butt. All right, here's your story. We go to the fine state of Tennessee, where a Memphis man is facing a series of charges after he was caught carrying drugs in his rectum. Brandon Finney. He was at court because his bond was being revoked. Now, he was searched in the Division III criminal court, and officers found cigarettes and a lighter on him when he was in the courtroom. He was later taken to the jail tunnel and searched again. This time, officers did a strip search, and they found multiple drugs in him, specifically his rectum. Now, tobacco, another lighter, and Narcan were also found in the area. So he had tobacco, a lighter, and Narcan in his butt. He also had Lyrica and rolling papers in his rectum. But I need you to guess what he did not have in that party pack that he calls his ass. This guy put everything you can imagine in there. Did he not have methamphetamine, marijuana, heroin, or a glass pipe in his rectum? Keep in mind, they found tobacco, a lighter, and Narcan, along with Lyrica and rolling papers. What did they not find in this guy's rectum? Meth, marijuana, heroin, or a glass pipe?
Ooh. Well, if he had Narcan in his rectum, then he probably had heroin in there too.
Okay. I see what you're saying, right? It's his own first aid kit.
You know, I guess I'll go with meth. Having all that stuff in your butt seems like something a meth head would do.
Now, you know meth heads, butt full of stuff.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to go with, he had rolling papers up there, so
yes,
he already had a way to ingest this thing. I'm going to go glass pipe. That's going to be my guess. Just simply because I think he's already got a way to smoke.
Right, so what he didn't have.
Which one he did not have in there?
Mm-hmm. Which would have been?
Meth, marijuana, heroin, or a glass pipe. Because he had to make room with the Lyrica, rolling papers, Narcan, tobacco, and a lighter.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not into weed. He's into all that other stuff. I agree with him. It seems like you got to have heroin if you're carrying around Narcan.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But also, Miles makes a good point. He's already got the rolling papers in there, which you can use for tobacco or marijuana.
Right. Marijuana.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say curveball. Even though he's got the Narcan, he's fresh out of heroin.
Fresh out of heroin.
Okay. He's got a lot of stuff up there.
And Tom, what did you...
and where was he headed?
He had his bond revoked, so he shows up in court. When he was at court, they found cigarettes and a lighter on him, and then they realized he's got more, so they took him into the jail tunnel, and that's when they did the strip search and found the lighter, tobacco, the Narcan, the Lyrica, the rolling papers.
What is Lyrica?
Isn't that like cholesterol? It's something advertised on TV.
It's a sleep aid.
Sleep aid? Okay.
This guy loves taking naps.
Tom, what are you going to go with your final answer?
I'll stick with meth.
You're going to stick with meth as a final answer. Okay, we're going to figure out if he did not have meth, marijuana, heroin, or a glass pipe in his backside next.
That was a tease.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on Navien.
I was at home and I get this call from Ring.
We just received a fire alarm. All okay?
My fire alarm in our cottage was going off. And then it hit me. My parents are at the cottage. The fire had started in the chimney and spread to the roof. Ring Alarm Professional Monitoring dispatched the fire department before we even could dial 911. My name is Kevin, and Ring Alarm helped save our family cottage.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/Odyssey. That's ring.com/Odyssey.
The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Interior decorating, the category on Profile This. That would mean that someone's got something inside them. A Memphis man faces charges after he was found carrying drugs in his backside. He had so much stuff in there. Today we want to know, what did he not have inside of him? Was it methamphetamine, marijuana, heroin, or a glass pipe?
And that is a question that we posed to you, Tom. Keep in mind, he had tobacco, a lighter, Narcan, Lyrica, and rolling papers already in there. And then one of the following was not there. And, Tom, we'll start with you. You went with meth, which makes a whole lot of sense. You even made the comment, hey, man, That much stuff in the rectum just sounds like a methy thing to do. However, believe it or not, no, he did have meth in his rectum. Miles, you went a glass pipe, saying he has the rolling papers, so as far as smoking things, he doesn't need the glass pipe.
Because he needs a glass pipe, too. And he had a bong up there.
And Ted, you went with heroin.
Correct.
Just curveball. You are correct.
Oh!
Nice.
The one thing. So, just to recap, in this man's rectum, when they searched him inside of the corpse, they found tobacco, a lighter, Narcan, Lyrica, rolling papers, meth, marijuana, and a glass pipe. And a cartridge and a pear tree.
That is amazing.
He needed the pipe to smoke the weed.
Yeah.
He had the cigarettes, thus the lighter. I mean, the only thing I could figure is taking so much sleeping medicine he needs the Narcan.
Or maybe brought it in for a buddy who's already there.
Yeah.
Could be.
Grab it, dude.
Heroin's dangerous. Come on.
Now for all TV news all the time, and it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
The Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. Your choices today, Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Seth Meyers.
Seth is in there today.
Conan.
Okay.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
That's right. All these guys have teams of professional writers that come up with their monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is it an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Producers of Jeopardy have announced the show will return with new episodes with host Alex Trebek. I know this one. What is the one good thing to happen in 2020?
The Ted Smith.
Yeah.
Seth Meyers.
Producers of Jeopardy have announced that the show will return with new episodes next week with host Alex Trebek. Oh, I know this one. What is the one good thing that has happened in 2020?
Elon Musk lost a record $16.3 billion in one day as the Tesla stock value plummeted. But it's fine. He can just plug it back in.
The Ted Smith.
I hope it's you, Ted, but I'll go Jimmy Fallon.
Ted Smith.
All right.
Woo! This week, Grey's Anatomy will begin filming its 17th season. The big difference now is that Grey's Anatomy is named after the cast hair color of the cast.
Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, Fallon.
Conan.
This week, Grey's Anatomy will begin filming its 17th season. Yeah. The big change is that now Grey's Anatomy is named after the cast's hair color.
This is stupid.
It's so dumb, right? 62% of people have trouble staying focused during the pandemic.
What?
The Ted Smith.
Jimmy Fallon.
That's fine.
Oh, nice. Great pause.
Right, that's why I was thinking about it for a while. I was like, wait a minute, the punchline is there is no punchline. Health officials in Los Angeles have banned trick-or-treating this year due to the coronavirus. So if you want to wear a mask and get candy from a stranger, you'll just have to go to the grocery store.
Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers.
That's Seth.
Health officials in Los Angeles have banned trick-or-treating this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. So if you want to wear a mask and get candy from a stranger, you'll just have to go to the grocery store.
Which sounds like a funny joke, but it's the truth.
Yeah, he's 100% correct.
Have they announced that all over the place? Is Halloween off? Trick-or-treating?
No, they haven't said anything yet, but I'm sure they'll roll it out.
Just wait.
Yeah.
They'll crush them.
Well, you can't have a party. Sometimes they say, like, look, it's too dangerous, it's too dark, so we're going to have an armory or a school, you know what I mean? We'll just do a big Halloween party since it's not on the weekend.
But isn't this really
now you can't do that.
The one day a year you can count on people wearing a mask?
Yeah, for real.
I'm just saying.
Let's see. So Rick Moranis, you guys know him, right?
Sure.
From Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Strange Brew. He was part of Bob and Doug McKenzie back then. That's where I learned of him.
Bob and Tom.
He was on Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug. Oh, yeah, Bob and Doug.
Strange Brew. And then he was also in Ghostbusters.
Right, Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay.
right?
He was
Horrors.
huge for a while.
Sound like Little Shop of Horrors.
Well, I just remember Bob and Doug, also the sequels when they went to space.
Yes.
This past year.
Like
That's
his
how you know
kid,
it's good.
like he quit because his kid got sick or something happened. And I can't remember. Like he just dropped out.
Right. Basically, he dropped out to raise his kids after his
Okay.
wife died of breast
okay.
cancer.
All right.
So nobody's seen him. Basically, nobody's seen Rick Moranis, right?
Right.
I'm sure if you went to Canada, you run into him or something.
Anywhere in Canada.
See him over at Timmy's.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been around for a while. So there's a new commercial with Ryan Reynolds about this Mint Mobile, right? So Rick Moranis, this is the first time you've seen him back or whatever. So we'll play you the commercial and you can like hear his voice. I didn't put it in there, did I? Oh, yeah.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile has gone so long without an unlimited plan. So to introduce it, we brought in an actor we've all gone too long without. Rick Moranis.
So what do you want me to do? You want me to say something about Mint?
No, that would have been smart. But no, it's $30. It's unlimited. It'll be just fine.
Sounds good. I really got to get a phone. So why am I here?
I'm just a huge fan.
Oh, stop it. Come on,
No,
stop it.
seriously. Massive.
That's it?
That's it.
See ya.
Hi, Rick Moranis.
Right, so it's kind of funny. Also, I forget, he was in Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was prolific there for a while. Also, I think he's doing a new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with Josh Gad starring as his son. Also, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. I don't know if they still have it, but at Disney World 3D, great ride.
Oh, you're being serious. It's called Honey, I Shrunk the Audience?
Oh, yeah.
I knew nothing about this.
I had to take my glasses off. There was a snake involved.
Oh. Mike is corroborating that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Eddie, so it's just kind of cool to see he's back or whatever. And that brings me to this. I have a list of celebrities nobody cares about anymore.
Oh, damn.
man.
Hey, phrase it like
That
that.
sucks.
This is cold, man.
Yeah. Well, I figured nobody likes these people. Miles, it's 10 of them. Can we get a 10?
Okay, yeah.
Let's get it.
We can do
Let's
that.
get it.
Hold on, we get the band ready to play.
Just for the record, also, I know more people are going to be, they're going to hit up the text line. Some of these celebrities we all care about. I didn't make the list. Ranker.com made the list of.
You're already bowing out.
Yeah. Well,
this is not me.
Because we'll get to it, but there's people on here that I'm like, you got to be kidding.
Ladies, you ready to sing?
Number 10.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's not that we don't care about her.
Do you care?
We just don't see her. You know what I mean?
But you don't care enough to ask.
I'm
No
not
one's
gonna
ever
ask
say,
her.
hey, what's happened to Jamie Lee Curtis? I mean, we liked her
well,
just fine. You're right.
Let's be honest. We
Right,
liked her
sounds
we liked her
harsh.
boobs in Trading Places.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and her legs in the one.
True Lies.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Her
guessing.
and Tia Carrere.
Number 9.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
Really? I'm not tired of her. I actually think she gets better.
Thank you.
We
No, I
think
do.
so now.
Let me ask you this: do your daughters care about Jennifer Aniston? Right, they're both.
Well,
in
they
college.
love Friends. They
see?
binge watched it on Netflix now that it came back out, so they actually like the show. I didn't really like Friends. I just like every character that she's taken in movies since she stopped doing that television show.
We Are the Millers.
Yeah,
One of my favorites.
exactly.
Right. Was it
What
Horrible
TV
Bosses?
Horrible Bosses. There's a TV show she's on now. I have not watched it. I was told that the one with Reese Witherspoon. Apparently, it's very good. Wow. Morning show. Now, is that morning show?
Hotties in their 40s.
Yeah,
That's how I
she
interpret
she
it.
was on the morning show. She did a great job on that. Too.
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't care.
Number 8.
Denzel. How you gonna put Denzel Washington on this list?
My man.
Yeah.
He's just not doing anything. You're right. I mean, listen,
That's why I said people are gonna be upset. I'm pissed.
because we're old. And
I'm
these
pissed
people
about
mad
Jennifer
enough.
Aniston. I wasn't even a Friends fan.
Number 7.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, Will's having it tough lately.
He keeps trying.
Oh,
I mean, he
man.
keeps trying.
Now he's
but
going to
nobody
cry
cares.
again. I mean, he's had a lot going on, and now people say they hate him.
They just don't. They didn't say they don't hate.
They just say they don't care. They don't care.
I don't care enough about you to hate you.
His
That's
wife
it.
didn't even care. Like, I'll just go have sex with other people.
Right. I mean, this list is tough, man. Will
Wasn't he
Smith's-
doing something with Shark Week and nobody cares?
Right, and they're redoing Fresh Prince as a serious thing.
Right.
Was Will Smith on Shark Week? I know Mike Tyson was.
Mike Tyson did. I want to say, because Will Smith was going to jump into like a shark cage. I'm going to face my fear, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't do anything. Nobody cared.
Yeah, the shark cage he jumped into was one of those sit-down conversations with his own wife at the table.
Number 6.
What's more dangerous?
Meg Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, that's been that way for a while.
She hasn't been in the spotlight for a long time, so moving on.
Yeah, but here's the difference, all right?
Number 5.
It's one thing to not be in the spotlight, but if Denzel said, hey, I'm going to do blank, you'd be like, all right, I'll at least listen to his pitch. Jamie Lee Curtis might be interested in it. But they're right. Who did you just say?
Meg Ryan.
Yeah, I don't care.
I mean, people...
Even if they said a big comeback, I don't care.
People in Seattle have an affinity for that movie and a couple other things she's done. But I mean,
Tom Hanks was in it.
Yeah.
Well, and Meg Ryan, I want to say, was Goose's wife in Top Gun.
What was his name?
Goose's name?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't I just... Yeah, we did this on the show.
No, you guessed Tom Cruise's character from... and I can't remember his name now already, but either way, but Goose, yeah.
Right, Pete Mitchell was Maverick.
Cruise. Right.
Look, I remember that was his wife. Also, you know what? I don't know, all right? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, good. I can't help
it. People don't care.
But we talked about Denzel. Never forget when you go, I don't care about Denzel. Denzel is one of the single biggest contributors to the Fisher House.
That is correct.
So you better care.
Absolutely.
5. Number 5.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay. He's pumping out movies on Netflix.
He is.
It doesn't matter because he does so much and he produces so much and he's got such big deals. He doesn't have to do anything for the rest of his life if he doesn't want to.
I feel like once in a while you just got to call David Spade and be like, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Number 4.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. Yep. Very true, man.
Well, the other problem is some of these people's kids have gotten so famous, right? Like Rumor Willis is famous. Yeah. Will Smith's son, Jaden. I like that song, Icon. Like,
if you're 20 years old, you haven't seen a movie that most of these people have been in your lifetime that was meant for you.
Well, no, you watched it in school. Hey, in history class, we're going to watch Glory.
Oh, right, exactly.
Right?
Something like
We're going to watch Hurricane. We're going to watch Ali. But otherwise, yeah.
It's like, nobody like, well, I love Charlton Heston because they made us watch the 10 Commandments.
Yeah, you're right. I think I'm the only person sitting around on a Saturday watching Glory just because I'm like, God damn, I love this movie.
Number 3.
John Travolta.
Oh,
man.
What are you all-manning about? We started caring about him for 20 years. He did Pulp Fiction. Everyone liked him again. He got about another good 10, 15-year run.
I just like John Travolta.
And then he did Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, Face Off.
Stupid movie.
Face Off was good.
Yeah. Sort of. You think you can watch it now?
He just lost his wife.
I don't know.
He lost his son a couple years ago. All this stuff like 2000.
It doesn't mean I want to see his movies.
I know that. I'm saying, but you should care about the guy.
I mean, we do, just not as an actor.
Maybe? Okay, all right. Okay.
Number 2.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Number 1, people don't care. Number 2, he's going to jail.
Right.
He's a bad person.
Can't go to Cuba anymore either.
Number 1.
Number 1, Thrill, will you do the honors with your spot-on impression of one?
No way.
I can't believe I made this list. I have so little time.
But you're number 1. Aren't you happy about this?
Nicholas, very happy.
You're the
I'd like to be number 1 on any list.
That people don't care about, though, Nick.
I also have the quickest receding hairline of anyone on the list and the largest forehead.
What about Bruce Willis? He doesn't have any hair.
Somehow my forehead is still bigger.
That is true.
Right, but Bruce Willis has been bald for a while.
Right.
Nicolas Cage is one of those people that it kind of goes back and forth. You say like Jeremy Piven. Right? Like Jeremy Piven, like, you know him as Ari Gold, but like people forget PCU or he was on the original Ellen show.
Yeah.
Like, dude was bald. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was in our camp. Then you spent a couple of years Jeff Lowe in it.
Jeff Lowe in it.
We talked about it a little bit earlier, and it's funny. I thought about this all day today. I was like, I got these stats on who the gamblers think are going to make it to the Super Bowl. And then it's like, well, I'm sitting in the room with Mike, Miles, and Thrill. Like, if we had to make a guess in this room, I'd say Ravens Seahawks. Yeah. Obviously, a lot of people are still betting on the Kansas City Chiefs to win, which the Chiefs are really good.
They are very good.
And Patrick Mahomes, I like that dude overall.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
But it seemed like he signed that giant deal that it was just he was anointed like he's going to be the man. Nobody's ever going to beat him. And it's like, well, remember they were down in most of the playoff games. They came back, which I love.
Yeah,
right. I mean, right. Super Bowl, everything.
The guy just makes throws that I've never seen people make before. Different angles.
No one has. That's why it's so difficult.
You just sit there and you just go, oh, my God, he did that.
Well, and the other thing, too, is like Lamar Jackson, your guy for Baltimore. Like, everybody's like, man, he's super fast. Sure. But Mahomes doesn't look that fast, but he I don't know how to explain it. Like when Lamar turns on the Jets, like, oh, he's gone.
Right.
But like with Mahomes, it's like
he's playing. He's being
man,
patient. He's looking
up
at the field. He's figuring out.
But I'm saying even when he runs, sometimes he has those runs where you're just like, oh, somebody's going to get like, oh, man, he's in the end zone.
No, I got my head on a swivel, man. So good.
Anyhow, a lot of people are betting on them, and some people are betting on the Cowboys.
I've seen the Cowboys and the Steelers as far as Super Bowl talk. I'm like, man.
We've got to see them play football before anybody can make a judgment call.
Right. That's such the weird
no
thing.
preseason, with none of this stuff.
Like, nobody has any idea. That's a very odd year. And I think, yesterday or 2 days ago, we were talking about the defenses. But honestly, man, the offense at least knows where the ball is going. I think we might see some crazy high scoring.
You think so? We were just talking about that today. Is it going to be like the offense can't get going because they haven't gotten a rhythm yet? Is the defense going to dominate because they've been able to practice and read all this stuff? It's like we don't know what the hell's coming,
Right. Honestly, I think the first couple of weeks you're going to watch. First of all, the first 3 weeks in the NFL season are always a crapshoot.
Yeah.
So don't go too high or too low.
Too low. Damn, bro.
You can't because they got a bubble.
Don't get too high, too low.
I'm telling you,
this ain't the NBA.
These offenses are going to be lighting it up the first couple of weeks. If somebody's going to say something like, well, that new turf is really fast.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's it. They didn't practice. But anyhow, the NFL's back. Get those chicken wings in you.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
You can tell when your car battery's dying. But with your water heater, you'll never know until it starts leaking. Before you buy another tank, consider a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to heat or leak. Lower energy bills and endless hot water for spa-like comfort. All backed by Navien's strong warranty. If your water heater is over 8 years old, it's time to check out Navien at tanklessmadesimple.com.
Count on Navien.
I was at home and I get this call from Ring.
We just received a fire alarm. All okay?
My fire alarm in our cottage was going off. And then it hit me. My parents are at the cottage. The fire had started in the chimney and spread to the roof. Ring Alarm Professional Monitoring dispatched the fire department before we even could dial 911. My name is Kevin, and Ring Alarm helped save our family cottage.
Protect your home today with Ring Alarm. Go to ring.com/Odyssey. That's ring.com/Odyssey.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. England's Royal Military Academy removes a 2-foot penis that pranksters put on top of the famed clock tower. Meanwhile, a Kentucky man steals police canine dog, luring him with his canned Vienna sausage power. Postcard stamp to 1920 finally makes it to its address 100 years later. A woman's spine collapses and is forced to use a wheelchair because her boobs are greater. And a man falls 35 feet off a wall into the Indianapolis Zoo. It is time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
All right, top story. We go to the UK, where some pranksters had fun with the clock tower. The tower is located on the same army base where Princes Harry and William both trained, and officers were incensed to find a 2-foot clay penis standing directly on top of the clock.
Were they really incensed, or did they have to pretend that they were incensed?
They made it a point in the story to say how angry these guys were at it.
This is all true.
Every single Royal Military Academy member who's ever been there, who's still alive, laughed their ass off and shared this with every single one of their friends.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
We know how that works. Come on.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's the military, and at the time they gotta be.
It's a penis.
Bound no nonsense.
It's a penis.
Yeah.
Listen, the only thing, when you told me about this earlier today, I said, "Look, I know nothing about this, but I promise you, the suspect is male."
Correct.
That's
Look,
a guarantee.
They made the penis to basically fold in with the architecture that already existed. Same color. It looked like stone.
Right.
It was 2 feet. It was perfectly in the middle. It took them 3 weeks to even notice that it was there.
That's how long?
This thing took a while for them to notice.
Forever. That's what we wanted to know this morning. Like, I love the idea of the prank, but it's one of those things you do and you just have to wait.
That means somebody was paying way too much attention to what time it was.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Officers managed to scale the tower to retrieve the phallus there. Good work, everybody. In other news, police in Cleveland are on the lookout for a group of carjackers that aren't the best at their craft. The crew stole a semi-truck and abandoned it after driving it to a different parking lot. And unbeknownst to the thieves, they were all caught on the semi's GoPro cameras inside of the cab of the truck. Authorities are currently looking for the group.
I bet they are.
You'd think as a thief, one of your first acts is to scan for cameras.
I think a successful thief, yes.
Right. I mean, you see all these heist movies, they walk in and they're immediately looking at the ceiling. Where's all my cameras at?
Always, right?
Mm-hmm. Come on, dude. This is the 2000s, man. There's cameras everywhere. Strange story out of Louisville, Kentucky. A man has been arrested for stealing a canine animal. The man was picked up on a separate call for trespassing and asked the deputy about the missing canine from their department. When asked what the man knew about the animal, he said that he coaxed the animal to him using Vienna sausages.
This is a trained police dog, and Vienna sausages.
Right. That was supposed to be a joke.
Canned meat product, man. Any dog. You open up a can of Alpo, you got it. All he needs to hear is that a can open. It's like a cat, man.
Right. You seen the new Spam stuff?
No, what is it?
What's it like? Don't hate it till you, or don't. You gotta
hate it till you
fry it up, like we've been saying for years.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw that commercial. I'm like, F you, Spam.
The dog had already been recovered at the time of his admission, but he was nevertheless arrested.
The dog also probably had the poops for about 6 weeks.
I can't believe he got a canine dog that didn't attack him. Or
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking maybe it's just my ignorance of how a canine unit works, but how did he get to the canine dog without any...
You're going to feed me Vienna sausages. We're friends right off the bat.
Where's everybody else, though? Is there just a...
where's his part?
Right.
I don't have to work anymore. I can sleep on your couch.
Right.
I get fed.
That's why McGruff, the crime drug, retired.
And the canine dog doesn't confiscate the drugs. He just shows them where you are.
That's right.
He got drugs. He also got Vienna sausage. So I'll tell you about the drugs in a minute.
Well, say maybe Vienna sausage guy was going to use this dog to find free drugs.
All right, see who he barks at and shake him down.
Sit. In Indianapolis, a man had to be rescued from sleeping in the wrong spot. Authorities received a call about a man that had fallen down a 35-foot wall near the local zoo and rescued him. When asked how he managed to fall down the wall, the man admitted that he had fallen asleep on the wall, rolled over, and fell off.
These things happen.
They happen. He was taken to the hospital with serious and non-life-threatening injuries. That is why I'm afraid of bunk beds, man. I don't know how you could sleep on a wall 35 feet in the air. And there's those people that go cliff climbing, then they just sleep in a hammock off to the side. My eye, I'm dying if I do that, man. I roll too much.
Where's Mike? Tossing and turning, fell off the face cliff.
Restless sleeper. A woman in the UK has been presented with an interesting issue and is in need of some help. The woman is a former fitness fanatic but is no longer able to enjoy a life of activity after she says her boobs collapsed her spine.
Wow.
The woman's bust has continued to grow to a robust 42L. L is in Lima. And has caused several spinal issues, leaving her wheelchair bound. She's trying to get the NHS to fund a breast reduction surgery.
Yeah, I was going to say, let her get the surgery.
When your boobs break your spine, you need a breast reduction.
There's degeneration. There's yeah, it's not good, man.
It's like carrying two-year-olds on you all the time.
And you go ahead and find a brassiere that'll hold a 42L. I'm sure that's easy. Just
I can't imagine go shopping with her.
Right.
I love that you call him a brassiere.
Brassiere.
Well, Mike's from the 1830s. You didn't know that?
Speaking of which, some good news out of Michigan. A woman has finally received a letter that's been some time coming to her address.
That Mike sent.
Unfortunately for the sender, it's not likely that it was received by the proper person, as the stamp was dated 100 years ago. In the top corner of the postcard, the woman got is a George Washington 1-cent stamp and is postmarked from back in 1920.
Do you think it went to the address that it originally was dated to, or did it go to the family? Maybe they found the name in the area or something like that.
I think it went to the address.
Okay.
If I had my guess.
Right.
That is it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you, man. What a long week it's been. Finally, a Friday. Ted versus the FCC. That's going to be it's going to be a good one.
Yes, indeed. But in the meantime, we be all up out this bitch. So until again, please do what you do best, and for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The men's room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor.
Count on